All right, and the Gearhead Garden today, we are going to take a look at some fig trees that are growing right in front of my neighbor's house. I think it originally came from a tree that I had in my backyard, which was a tiger fig. So we're going to take a look. We're going to grow some of these and see if we can get them to sprout and grow some fruit to see if they are the same as what I was growing. So check this out. All right, I'm going to go ahead and clip a couple of these branches and see if I can get these home and propagate them. These are kind of just hang under the fence and nobody's going to care. So over at my neighbor's house, I'll show you the video, I guess you saw already. There's just a bunch of fig trees that are just growing through the fence. It's out of control. He's an old guy, he's handicapped. Every once in a while they come and cut it down. But during the season, you can actually pick figs off of the fig trees right there. So I've got a couple little fig trees growing, and they're kind of fun. So I figure I'm gonna go ahead and chop all these up and propagate them. But why do you need so many fig trees? I don't. It'd just be kind of fun. And to, increase my odds, I'm going to take a whole bunch of these. I'm going to cut them down to sticks and put them in a bunch of pots and put them aside and watch them grow. So if this is something you're interested in, let's get started. All right, make sure you stay till the end. I just came by my local nursery and I found this Violet de Bordeaux, the Violet Bordeaux fig tree there, and it is very old, and you can see the way it's cascading. I'll take a better look at it toward the end of the video. Okay, back at the shop. I cut down myself a bunch of branches. This is like a semi-hardwood, so I'm pretty sure it's going to root. And like I said, I don't really need the fig trees. I used to have a really big fig tree. I'm going to try and insert that video right in here, or at least some pictures. Got out of control. I propped the thing up. I gave it some fertilizer and turned this thing into a monster tree. And the next thing you know, I had rats and squirrels and big beetles just making a mess of everything. So I cut the tree down. So these things have been sprouting all around my yard, and even in my neighbor's yard, I've noticed fig trees growing like crazy. So I'm cutting a couple of these down, and I'm going to grow them and hopefully pull some fruit up and see if they're going to be these tiger colored, these tiger green figs that they were, or if they're going to be black figs like you see everywhere else. So first thing I'm going to do is get all the leaves off of here. So like I said, I'm doing is I'm cutting all of the leaves off, except for the very top one, because I'm going to grow them in a couple of different manners here. Oops, that's the major damage. Okay, so what have we got? We've got 5 nice scions. Big, I mean 5 nice branches that I will cut into scions. This one I messed up, so I don't know what we're gonna do with that one. So let's say we got 4. So what I'm gonna do is take out the tips that have 1 leaf growing in each one, and I'm going to cut that down to fit into here. So it looks like I'll cut below these nodes. Okay. And these 2 long ones will split in half. Okay, so the 4 tips are going to sit in the jar. And we're going to care for them and see how they root. And the other ones are going to be put into a pot. I don't know what we're going to do with this one. And these be put in a pot, each one separately, and put away until they start to show some growth. That's it for right now. This is what it leaves me with. I got a total of 8 stalks. So I'm going to take the 6 biggest ones, and I prepared some pots outside that I'll show you just in a second. These 4 are just going to sit here in the water. I'm going to actually keep less water than that and just keep an eye on it. You can see I've got a couple of things doing the same thing. And we're going to see which one's going to root faster. As soon as I see some roots on here or some leaves on here, that's when we're going to check them out. So these we're going to make sure we plant correctly. Leaves on the bottom, node on the top. And we're in zone 10B here in Southern California, so I'm not going to have to worry about any frost for quite some time. On the cuttings that I'm just going to be rooting in water, I went ahead and, as you can see, I put a stick and just kind of tied it in there because I want to keep these from sitting on the bottom. Okay, because if you look over here where I got all this junk, all the crud sits at the bottom. So I just want to suspend these. And I'll just keep an eye on the water level to make sure those nodes stay below the water line. Out in the sun, I've gone ahead and set up 6 pots, laid them big cuttings, and today's date, which is November 2nd, 2022. And I am going to come out here and put those in. Pots, once the tips dry, I want the tips to dry out a little bit more. I'm not sure exactly how long I'm going to let them dry out for, but I want to let them dry out for just a bit. The 6 branches, each one will get dipped in root hormone and placed in the center of each one of these pots. And I'll go ahead and water these through completely. Okay, for the next couple of days, I'm going to be giving them nice strong showers like that to make sure there's good root connection with the dirt and it stays well saturated. As you can see, it's about 3 o'clock. We're starting to just lose the sun. These things will be moved over where you can see the top end of my shadow where they get some sun till about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Like I said, zone 10.5, it's going to stay nice and warm, and I'm expecting these to root nicely. Okay, here we are, the first look of my new project. It is this Violet de Bordeaux, so Violet Bordeaux. It is very old fig. It's been sitting in this nursery for many years. I found it hidden under a bunch of stuff, and you can see how everything is cascading. Kind of twisted up a bit so I could actually twirl it around and get a whole look at it. So anyways, I'm going to pull this out and we're going to see how root bound it is. It's nice. But technically, this is going to be a video for another time. So stay tuned. That's it for now. Stay tuned for part 2. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Come along with me on this venture as I grow stuff and fix up old cars in my retirement. Thanks for watching. The Gearhead Gardener here on Filet TV. Ciao.